Today in the wood yard, we're doing some re-splits. So I got everything set up for doing some re-splits, and I'm going to talk about re-splits because the last time I did re-splits on a video, which was, I don't know, over a week ago, we had some comments and some questions about re-splits. And one of the things that comes up all the time, well, there's like three things, but one of them is that the Easton Made MB22 wood processor right over there is a processor that was given to me by Andrew Easton Made to make videos of the processor. And some of you are new to the channel, you don't know that that was given to me to make videos. So it's not mine, it's his, and I didn't buy it, but I'm making videos, so hopefully I can do enough videos that it's appreciated by everyone. So that's the plan. And a lot of people ask about, why am I doing re-splits? Why don't you just put a different wedge in? Well, the problem with the wedges is that no one wedge is perfect, and no one stick of wood is perfect for the particular wedge. If I could have all of my wood all the same size, perfect, like 12 to 16 inch pieces, I could put the eight-way wedge in and just run everything through it, and it would be awesome. But a lot of the wood I've been running lately, a lot of the stuff that's over here and back over there and stuff that's out in the bin, is all tree service wood. And that ranges anywhere from, 40 inches all the way down to, well, like 8 inches is about as small as they'll bring me. Sometimes I get some stuff a little smaller. And I didn't really do a lot of sorting of the wood. We kind of just ran the best ones we could through the processor. And so what happens is you get different sizes of wood coming. So if you had the wood, like I said, all the same size, all sorted, and you could run one wedge just perfectly, it would work out great. You'd have beautiful splits, but that's not the case. Hopefully I'm going to be getting some wood that I'm going to be buying that'll be more consistent, so that'll help. And a lot of the big stuff, when I split it, you get some bigger chunks that will come off that are too big. For instance, I'll show you here. I'm going to come over here and grab one quickly. And for some of you, you're going to say, well, that's not too big, that's just right. Well, maybe for you, but not for me or my customers. No, this is the size I want. I want stuff you can pick up with one hand. And that's the other thing that I want to bring up. The reason I want stuff to be able to pick up with one hand is I'm selling to fireplace people, not boiler wood people. My customers are people that are buying wood to put in their fireplace or backyard fire pit or campfire pit, and they want to see flame. They don't want a big chunk like this just going to sit there and smolder. This is, nice size stuff for a boiler or for a big wood stove. That's not my customer. And the other reason is most of the people I sell to, the wood is for the lady of the house to have a fire and be warm and sit by, and for a reason for people to sit around and drink beer and watch sports ball, stuff like that. So this is the size that I'm after. This one right here, I can pick it up with one hand if I grab it just right, but the average person is not going to want to pick this up just right. Is not going to want to pick this up and throw it into their fireplace, which a lot of the people have smaller inserts and they don't fit as much wood into the inserts, so they want smaller pieces so that they can actually get some in there. A big chunk like this will just pretty much sit there and smolder. Yeah, it'll burn, but you don't get much flame from it, and that's great for a boiler or a big wood stove. So this is one of the larger chunks that I would get, and I'm going to split that down into 3 pieces probably, because like I said, my people that I sell to, and I sell about 200 full cords a year, they want to see the fire, they want to enjoy the fire, and they really aren't buying the wood to heat their house and save money. Most of the people I'm selling to are burning money. They're sitting by the fire enjoying life. Most of the people that buy wood that are heating their house with wood are trying to save money. So they want to get as cheap a wood as possible. Well, I'm not interested in selling cheap wood. I want to sell better wood. A way to think about this is two things I thought of, kind of that you can relate to wood. If I was, say, a furniture maker, and I made chairs and tables, and I made the chairs and tables and gave them to people without staining or varnishing them, finishing them, you might not sell as much. Yes, there's people that want to save money and they'll buy some stuff that's unfinished and they'll do that. Another way to think about it is a person that's a baker that bakes cakes. What if I was a baker that baked a cake, had it in the tray it was baked in, and gave it to the people? No decorations, no frostings, it's not finished. No writing on it for whatever the occasion is. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, whatever it is. Happy retirement, whatever it is you want to put on them. Flowers and balloons and all the stuff kids like on the cake. If you didn't do that, you're not going to appeal to a lot of people. I want to sell a finished product, which means it's going to be the right size, it's going to be the right kind of wood, it's going to be wood that is the right length, and it's going to be dry and ready to burn now. Because the people I sell to are not planning ahead for their heating season. They're not buying 10 to 12 full cords a year. They're going to heat their house, their pull shed, whatever it is they're heating with. The people I sell to, they want to fire tonight, or tomorrow night, or this weekend. Not next fall, not next winter. I do have a few of those people, but most of the people I sell to are buying to have a fire now. And they're willing to pay extra for that. And for that, I'm very happy that they're willing to pay extra. A good example is that people that sell to wood that are burning wood for heat purposes. My brother Ken sells a lot of wood to people like that, and they want wood as cheap as possible. Yeah, they're going to buy, 3, 4, 5 full cords from him, and they want it cheap. They want it for $75 to $80 per face cord or third of a cord. They don't want to pay a lot of money. My customers, I can charge $120, $130, $140 a face cord because I'm delivering one at a time, or two at a time, or 3 or 4. And some of the people I sell to, yes, there are some that heat, and they will buy anywhere from 8 to 12 face cords. So they're buying 3 or 4 full cords from me. But that's not the majority. That's the vast minority of the people. The majority of people are buying wood that is ready to burn now, and there are some people I will deliver a face cord of wood to, which is a pickup truck load, full level, third of a cord, rick, however you like to say it. They will think they have enough wood to last the rest of their life. And then there's other people, I will deliver 4 face cords in a load or a full cord in a third, and as soon as I dump it, they say, bring me another one. And then when I deliver that one, they say, bring me another one. And they think they might have enough to get through the winter. So you're going to get all kinds of people. But my customers, for the majority, because in the area that I live in, don't have wood boilers and don't have wood stoves. They have a fireplace. And that's who I'm selling to. So, all that being said, the reason I'm doing the resplits is to get the size of wood my customers like. And then finishing it off, and yes, I'm charging more for it, so I'm getting paid more. A lot of people that watch the channel that either split their own wood, make their own wood, or people that are selling it to people that are heating their house with wood want bigger chunks, and they think that's the only size there is. Well, there's other kinds of people out there. I mean, there's people that are willing to pay a lot of money for a high quality wood just for making some steak on the grill, or whatever it is they're smoking. They'll buy little chunks of hickory or little chunks of cherry, and they'll pay $20 for a little bag of wood just because, or apple. They want apple wood because they want the flavoring in it. You got to open up your mind to possibilities of what people are willing to pay money for and willing to buy. And the higher quality, smaller quantities, seasoned wood that's dry and ready to burn, or specialty type of wood, that's what they want. So those are my customers. So it's a little different than what some people are. So I'll probably explain this 100 more times over the years, because I'm always having new people come to the channel that always ask, why are you splitting your wood so small? Oh my God, those are toothpicks. Well, yeah, to you they might be, but to my customers, that's what they want. I only ever had, well, I should say I had like maybe 4 or 5 complaints about the size of the wood that I was selling. And it was when I first started selling wood, because I came from the mindset of heating wood, because we heated with wood. My whole life we heated with wood. My dad heated with wood up till just a year ago. And he wanted big chunks of wood that you can barely lift, that you need 2 hands for. Like if you get an armful, you got 2 pieces. And my armfuls might have 7, 8 pieces. And that's the stuff I was delivering. And a lot of people were asked, not a lot of people, but I did have maybe 4 or 5 people say, this is kind of big. Is this going to burn? Does it need to be split down? Or they would say something like, oh, these are huge. My wife will never be able to lift these. Or, oh, these are way bigger than the last stuff. We want stuff that we can make the fire actually show up, not just throw one big chunk in. We have a small fire grate or a small firebox. We want to be able to put more wood in. And then I also have a few customers of mine that I sell to that have wood stoves that heat their house, and they don't want big stuff either. And one guy that I sell to a lot, and when I first started selling to him, he says, boy, these are kind of small, but he says, I think they'll work. And he really liked the stuff that was kind of more flat, like shingles, that was only about 2 or 3 inches, so it was about that kind of shape of wood, but 16 inches. He said, yeah, I can pack them into my wood stove and I can get an all-night burn. I pack them in nice and tight. And with a big chunk, I can only get one big one in and a couple small ones. And he said, with the smaller stuff, I can pack it in really tight. And he said, it burns great. So there's that. So you cut what you want, I'm cutting what my customers want, not what I want. What I want doesn't really matter. What matters is my customers. So we're gonna get the split now. Well, as you just saw, I put everything away. I put the splitter away. I moved the elevator over and I cranked it down so it's sitting on top of that pile because it's supposed to get real windy the next couple days and be stormy. Right now it's starting to sleet out, which is nice. I got this trailer load full, almost done. There's a little bit in the back I could have fit yet. And then this one over here is really nice and full. It's the first one I did. So lots of wood got split. And all that's left, besides all the debris to clean up, is this stuff here. It looks like there's about one more trailer load full if I was to guess. Something like that anyway. Yeah, probably a trailer load full, because there's some big rounds in there that got to be knocked down. Buried the cord, so I couldn't get that out when I was pushing logs. Forgot to move it, but I got that done. So the pile is shrinking, and when I went in and put the splitter away, I got some cans of food out for the cats, and they're inhaling it because they weren't fed yet today. So there they are, scarfing and scarfing and scarfing. They're all eating, and no one's fighting. Isn't that nice? It's because Nasty Cat's got his own can. The feed bag is on.